Do you know? Okay, cool.
Sorry. Okay, it's happening. The light's great. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, this is the front rank. This is the big band in town, in London town. This is Rob. He's the lead guitarist. This is Andrew. He's the bassist. This is Aaron, or Duke as we call him. He's a rhythm guitarist, and Dan. He's a drummer, and then me, vocals, lead singer.
Firstly, you're pretty late. So you've been recording all day, yeah? How's it been going?
Well, firstly, let me just get in there. Late.
Don't accuse us.
Late. we work on our own time, so let me just put that one out. We're not late.
We had trouble with the taxi driver.
We're here in the time we got here. So
he wouldn't take us. He wouldn't take us here, so we got a little bit hassled. But we made it in the end. But yeah, it was a shame because we were waiting for ages and we got in, and he wouldn't take us to Bethnal Green.
But how's today been going? How's recording?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I think. What do you reckon? That's all.
Yeah, I do, man.
Yeah.
Good practice.
It's been hard work. I'm not happy with ourselves.
Yeah, we particularly worked on one song, didn't we? And got it pretty much.
Have you had like the same
on the money
kind of songs? Okay, right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to go and do it, or is it kind of evolving in the studio? How's it kind of happening?
Yeah, I mean it is, but the thing is, you've got to remember, I mean, like, this is quite a new thing. I mean, like, the front rank, how it was 2 weeks ago to how it is now, is a completely re-evolved thing. 2 weeks ago, there was like all new different members and that lot, but all of a sudden, they all quit. And then got in touch with Lawrence. Lawrence has managed, out of fucking wisdom, I don't know how he's done it, but he's managed to get hold of a full new bunch of people, and he's basically made my job so much easier. So yeah, it's all good stuff, man. Wicked. Yeah, no, it's all good stuff.
Everyone clicks really well. We all have the same taste in the same music. We all understand what the music is meant to sound like, whether it be certain bass lines. For instance, like, I suppose the band that we all into, as you probably know, is Oasis. That's the sort of the collective band I come from. So it's sort of, if you had a bassist who was really into Muse, it wouldn't work in that style of music. Whereas as Andrew, he realised if he wanted to do that, he could, but he understands, you know, the actual style of music is meant to be played. Everyone digs the same style of music. Everyone understands, you know, where everyone else is coming from. So it all gels really, and we all get on well with each other as well. Like, I've only known these geezers for 2 weeks, and I feel like I've known them for fucking anyway. And I'm sure they say the same thing about me.
Yeah. I'm just using them, mate. I'm using them to get myself forward, mate. As soon as I meet my next bunch of people, I'm going to drop these guys right.
You get your reservations. Like when we had the band before and everything, we were so tight and we worked really hard together. And then all of a sudden, it turned out this one singer that come into our band, and basically he pretty much tried to tear us apart, but he didn't. He just one person who was getting tired of the band anyway, he left. And this is basically where these 3 new people to pop out of nowhere. And then it just feels like a new energy is coming to it, and I've got a really good vibe from it. As whereas before I felt like I walked into a broken band. I think Lawrence, he felt like, oh my god, I think I'm walking into a broken band, but out of nowhere he's like, well, don't worry. The other week we done an acoustic set because the drummer decided not to turn up. The old drummer decided not to turn up twice.
Yeah,
so we carried on. Lawrence turned up and he was like, do you know what? Don't worry about it. We're happy the way you dealt with it and overcome that. So he's like really proud of that. So we're just carrying on going.
Well, you'd have never guessed that today was the first rehearsal that the 5 of us. Well, there's actually 6 of us, but one of us couldn't make it. The first time that we've all played together.
Yeah, and James Kerr's on keyboards.
When you take that into consideration, that we've never played together as a group. If someone would have watched us for the first time, they'd have never guessed it.
Never.
I'm fucking well surprised, man. I was proper surprised I know we've been through this in the pub and that, but I know we're only reiterating it, but it's a fucking fact, man. It is a fact, man. Like you said, even yourself, like, it's the best first person you've ever been to.
The unique thing about this band is that each member is individually talented, but we also work very well together.
It's collective.
Yes, which is rare in a lot of bands. You tend to get one or the other, where you have a band led by one very talented or
That's
two
right.
very talented people and a bunch of backing musicians, or you have a group of decent musicians that work really well together.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas this band is a mixture of both of those elements, which is unique of everything that I've seen in the current scene.
We are, it seems to be a six-piece. If someone's got something they feel like they could
That contribute to it.
exactly. No one holds back today. They think, right, I think this will make the song sound better, and we'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But
Everyone's got
as you
ideas.
said, there's no one sort of dragging the band. You know, it's everyone's.
It's a collective.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's also good, like, because of the commitment that everyone's put in. Like Rob, he's basically just recently. He's always been a manager and he's always handled the band, and it's such a stressful job for Rob. And recently, Lawrence's mum has offered to take the burden off Rob's back, so that's a bit of a commitment from Lawrence's mum as well. But not only that, the fact that Lawrence lives in Milton Keynes and manages to get in London every weekend. And you've got I live in Portsmouth, and then you have
it's a massive help.
and you have James who goes up to Scotland all week long, and he just comes back at the weekend. So yeah, absolutely amazing. The commitment and time and effort.
Dedicated, man.
Yeah, if there's everyone just wants to, you know, I work in insurance. I fucking hate it, shit.
Let's not go there,
you know.
But, fuck what we do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No one is really. Do you know what I mean? Like when I'm 40, but exactly, yeah. But when
we work to fucking do this. Man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we're 40, so I really don't want to be doing that. I want to be in a you know.
Because lots of people seem to think that, like, well, you turn up, you play gigs, if you're good enough, you'll get somewhere. I don't think it is quite like that.
No, it's not. No,
The business.
Kind of what do you think about like,
The thing is, you've got to have a fucking game plan, man. You've got to have a game plan. And when I first met Lawrence, I mean, I've known Duke for
Since the army, we was all in the army.
8 years, maybe 10 years, something like that. And I've known James even longer, just through school, but we've drifted apart, but we've got back together again and that lot. But that's another story. But in the new sort of revival of the band, I met him, and we had a chat, and we were just fucking talking about, like, really, like, how do we want this to go forward? What do we want to do? And he's giving me all these fucking ideas and that. Like, and I've been doing this for ages and that. Like, but he's giving me like all these ideas, like saying, "Oh, do you know what? What we should do is we should do this, and what we should do is do that." And I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? I've never had anybody else in the band that's put themselves forward to put any other ideas. It's always been on me, and if anything fucks up, it's always been on my head. Now, with him in the band now, it's good because I'm not saying that anything's going to fuck up, but if there's decisions and that lot to be made,
it's
more,
my fault. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Someone else's bollocks on the line.
But we've had a discussion.
ideas about
Yeah, and
stuff,
we're putting it to the rest of the band, and it's everyone's decision. And if it's a bad decision, then really it's all of our fault, and we will learn from it.
Yeah.
You do know
Yeah.
it's always
You're not
hard to
alone
make
anymore.
music.
Exactly.
Music, have
You
you?
can give
Me?
another cut.
Yeah, tell us a story. So it's always been the love of your life, hasn't
Me
it?
personally.
Yeah.
Well, no, when I
Life
was.
story.
How do you know this? Like,
You told me.
I
You
probably
were
did. Yeah. Right, when I was about 15 in school and being a bit of a knob, like with Beach Dare and that, and yeah, you got Beach Dare as well.
Yeah, he got bullied, and he wrote some songs about it.
No, I was into like the hip hop and Oxide Neutrino, you know, well, that sort of stuff. And I went on, I was playing a video game in my brother's room, and I pressed the CD player on, and I thought it was like Eminem or shit like that. And it wasn't, it was Jimi Hendrix.
Please.
And I couldn't be asked to change it, and I just left it. I was like, fucking hell, this guy is coming up with sounds that if a computer can't make it, and he's doing it with his hands on a manual instrument. That is just fucking incredible. So anyway, I started getting to that, then the Who, then the Stones and the Beatles, and one day I was sort of about 2 years of listening to all that sort of stuff. I was like, who else is rock and roll? I sort of thought, them Gallagher brothers, they're pretty rock and roll as well. So then I listened to like an interview of theirs, and like on the back was like Live Forever, or something like that, and I just fucking loved that music and just going to the whole rock. So I gave all my hip hop CDs away, and I don't dig any of it really anymore because it's not. I don't get that same. You know, like you're doing your hair in the mirror where you're getting ready to go out, and you just feel the bollocks. Like you just feel like a rock and roll star. You know, you're in your room doing your hair, prancing around like a. You know,
it's not very funny, but Jimmy said it fucking right, mate. He goes, "It's a way of life, mate." Jimmy said it.
Yeah, it is.
Who do you reckon's doing it at the moment?
Huh? Sorry?
Who do you reckon's doing it at the moment? Like,
Nobody's
like 10 years ago.
Nobody's fucking doing it. I mean, Kasabian.
Kasabian probably nearest to it.
I'll give it up to Kasabian. I'll say.
I think Kasabian. I like
that. They are having it up, and they're the only thing from Britain and that lot that are having it up. But really, are they though? They're just a dance act on stage.
His name's Serge.
Yeah, what a poxy name. What's going on with his fucking hat as well, mate?
I think they're cool. I like them. I think they're cool, but I don't think the bigger bands. But bands like Kings of Leon and that. I'm sorry, but if you were meant to be a rock and roll band, then you go off stage. If you go off stage though and drink tea.
Yeah,
but saying that, I know they've done all this stuff before, so they're probably bored of it. I don't know. But honestly, if I'm thinking about it in the future, I don't know if I was in their position, I don't know if I could get bored of getting on stage in front of 30,000 people and not wanting to have a party afterwards.
The thing is, when you're on a stage in front of 30,000 people, 40,000, or whatever,
I've never been there.
2 nights, 3 nights or whatever. Fuck it, mate. No, but the thing is, man, what I'm saying is, like, if you're there, if you get to that level, once you're there, it's no longer about you, mate. It's no longer about us. It's about the people that have fucking paid for tickets, what, 30 quid a pop, 40 quid, 50 quid a pop. It's not about us anymore. It's about fucking giving the people that have come to fucking pay good money, bought albums. And
I agree, I agree, but if there's...
It's not about us no longer.
No, I mean, you've always got to love it.
Yeah, we do have to love it, but...
I think this is kind of the key that this band is actually
You can't forget your followers, man. You
Yeah.
can't forget them.
The problem with modern rock music is it's lost its focus on the audience, on the music, and it's become about the egos of the bands. That's where the focus is. Whereas this band is very much focused on what's best for the song, what's best for the music, what's best for the audience, what's best for the band, instead of what's best for the individual musicians.
That's my ego.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to go off and do the craziest solos, but if it doesn't fit, if it doesn't feel right...
Yeah, everyone's going to work with that.
But also, at the same time, I don't think there's anything out there that's... well, Kasabian have got some cool songs, and there are some anthemic songs there, but I don't think any band has come along...
Their albums are fucking shit, though, really. If you put the whole... I'm not being funny. I'm not saying that, but
I'm just talking about anthemic tunes here, mate. Like Queen, right, you're a big Queen fan, right? There are loads of anthemic tunes that when you... like almost like a football match, and people can sing along with the songs. It's like you always, if you go to a party, you always notice they put like things like Queen, Oasis, and the Beatles always on towards the end of the night when everyone's lagered up, had a few drinks. They can they can become a bit more free with themselves and start singing because they're the songs that people sing to. People don't sing along to Noah and the Whale.
Yeah.
Is that why you write like you do? I mean, like, no offense, you know fucking Shakespeare, you know. I'm rich and famous.
Oh, yeah.
So is that kind of why you actually,
Yeah, because I think, well, do you want to be rich and famous?
Yeah.
There you go. Simple as. Anyone, do you want to be rich and famous?
Of course.
Do you want to be camera girl? Do you want to be rich and famous? Of course she does. See, right? That's the whole emphasis on it.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to be rich and famous, be rich and famous.
So just kind of down to life.
Exactly. I'm not going to go around saying I'm not going to write something saying I believe that life is amazing.
No,
and
hold on.
be free.
I just want to reiterate the thing that I said about sort of like Kasabian and I'm not fucking knocking them, and I'm not slating them. But I just want to reiterate. I mean, like it might have been taken out of context there. They are a good band, but I find them a singles band. I find them a singles band. Their singles are great. But you put their album on and it's a bit like, skip these and I listen to the singles. Where if other bands, man, bands that I'm massively into, I tend to skip the singles and I listen to the album tracks.
Who can you what I mean?
Oh man, like the 3 best bands in the world, or the 5 best bands in the world, I'll roll them off the tongue, man. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Who, the Kinks and the Small Faces. Boom.
I think most people would get it. But if you're saying they're singles band, they've got some fucking quality singles. It's like Fire and Underdog, things like that. Tough Machines, man. You play them really loud. Mate, I think I'll get anyone.
The thing is, if you're sitting in your van or sitting at home, or say you're getting ready to go out and that, right, you can't listen to that sort of music. And I'd say the same with our music. I'd say the same with our music. You can't listen to like the Who or the Stones at a quiet volume and just like because your mum might wake up. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. Wake her up. Wake her up. Fucking, do you know what I mean? Get your nan up and
So
all,
is that what you're
mate.
aiming for? You guys to get on the album together?
Yeah, but just try and make it fit. Listen, what I'm saying is, all of us, when we listen to bands like The Who and bands like that, we get off on it and we feel like rock and roll stars listen to it in our bath.
You just want to spread the word to
like
everyone
our
else.
collective bath, we all bath together. But listen in the bath, and you feel like a rock and roll star, and that's what we want.
Fucking, I never got the invite. Fucking hell. Is this you lot then, is it?
Yeah, sorry mate, you won't do it. Yeah. But again, if we ever made it, which hopefully, well, by the way it went today, you know, it'd be against the law if we didn't. But if when we're 30, if we can make an 18-year-old kid feel.
Shut up.
Should we like it?
Whatever. But okay, right. But if we can make some 18-year-old kid who's listening to us feel like a rock and roll star, then as far as we can stand, we've done our job.
Do you know what? I was going to say, every single person in this band, it basically plays by ear. None of us have ever had a musician, had a music teacher to teach us. All learn to play the instruments by ourselves. And the thing is, you can't. I believe you can't really teach music. You've got to be passionate about it. It's not what you do. It's who you are, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you've got to do that. And you've got to get up on that gig. You've got to do your thing. And you might never make it. You might never ever make it. Oh, let's hope we do. Let's hope we do. But I'm not really bothered if I make it. I just want to get on that stage. I just want to play to people. I just want to do that. I just want to play the music. I want everyone to enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I think that's a pretty good place to be in. Like, yeah, I love it. I want the music.
I've never been happier in my life than what I have been. I've never been a part of anything until I was part of a band. And that's what I feel.
We ended up like Croaks, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
That nice quote and
Oh, babe.
Oh, mate. Fuck
So
off.
sweet, you really are. But at the same time, check out the Front Rank.
Yeah, check us out, fucking best band in the world.
Yeah, get us on Facebook, Front Rank. Just type in Facebook. On Twitter, there's gonna be a new Twitter account set up as well. So follow us on Twitter. Just go on YouTube, type it in. There will eventually be kind of next year. There'll be some stuff coming out and just really rock and roll.
Yeah.